Most people think differently means strange, difficult, or unrealistic. But psychology shows something deeper. Some people don't think differently because they want to stand out. They think differently because their mind is wired to see beyond the obvious. They question what others accept. They notice what others ignore. And they approach life from angles most people never consider. Here's why some people always think differently and why it's often a sign of deeper intelligence and awareness. First, they question assumptions instead of accepting defaults. Most people operate on assumptions they've never examined. This is how it's done. This is how it works. This is how it's always been. But people who think differently pause and ask why. They don't automatically trust tradition, trends, or majority opinion. They examine the foundation before accepting the structure. This habit alone separates original thinkers from followers. Second, they observe before they judge. People who think differently spend more time observing than reacting. They watch behavior. They study patterns. They notice inconsistencies. While others rush to conclusions. They collect information quietly. This delayed judgment allows them to see the full picture. Not just the loudest part of it. Third, they are comfortable with uncertainty. Most people want quick answers and clear conclusions. Different thinkers can sit with uncertainty. They don't panic when answers aren't immediate. They explore possibilities instead of forcing certainty. This tolerance for ambiguity allows complex, creative, and strategic thinking to develop. They don't need to be right fast. They want to be right eventually. Fourth, they connect ideas others keep separate. People who think differently naturally link unrelated concepts. They see connections between psychology and behavior. Between emotion and logic. Between past experiences and future outcomes. This cross-connection creates insight. While others think in straight lines, different thinkers think in networks. That's where originality lives. Fifth, they think independently even when it's uncomfortable. Thinking differently often comes with social pressure. Different thinkers are used to disagreement, misunderstanding, and isolation. But they value truth over approval. They would rather be accurate than accepted. Honest than popular. This independence protects their thinking from being shaped by fear. Sixth, they reflect deeply on their own thoughts. People who think differently think about thinking. They analyze their beliefs, motivations, and biases. They challenge their own conclusions. This self-reflection sharpens clarity and reduces emotional blind spots. They don't just question the world. They question themselves. Seventh, they experience life more intensely. Different thinkers often feel, notice, and process more deeply. They are sensitive to details emotional, social, and environmental. This depth can feel overwhelming at times. But it also gives them insight others never access. Their mind doesn't skim life. It dives into it. Thinking differently isn't a flaw. It's not overthinking. It's not rebellion. It's not confusion. It's a mind that refuses to operate on autopilot. People who think differently don't just live in the world as it is. They see the world as it could be. And that ability to see beyond the surface is what quietly changes everything. If this video made you reflect on your own way of thinking, like, share, and subscribe. For more psychology-based insights that quietly expand the way you understand the mind and human behavior.